Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well out there. Today we're going to head back to horror TV movie territory, but before we do that, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Join me here. I greatly would appreciate that. Also, as always, shameless plug for my TeePublic page. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You can get some cool shirts like this one I have on for my Horror Talk live show, and many others. Just upload a bunch of designs. So if you're so inclined, the link will be down below in the description box. And today we're going to talk about The Night Stalker. The Night Stalker is a TV movie that aired on January 11th of 1972 on ABC. It's an hour and 14 minutes long, had a budget of $450,000, and when it aired back then, it was the highest rated TV movie of all time, with 33.2 million people tuning in for this. It was a movie of the week movie for ABC. And if you want to watch it, the DVD is a little pricey, considering it's a DVD. Even used ones are going for like $30. It's a little pricey. So you can watch it for free. The whole movie is on YouTube if you're so inclined to check it out. It's also streaming on Peacock, but you have to have a paid subscription to view it there. This movie was directed by John Llewellyn Moxey. And in this film, I'm going to only name the main character, Carl Kolchak, and that is Darren McGavin. Yes, the old man from The Christmas Story. He plays a reporter in this movie. And one of the writers on this film is none other than the great Richard Matheson, who wrote Hell House, I Am Legend, many TV series, had a hand in writing Jaws 3, although he says, he's quoted as saying they had so many rewrites on it that nothing in that film really resembles much of what he wrote. And this film, you know, it's about vampires, this one. There's a vampire on the loose in Las Vegas, although at first, the police think it's just a serial killer. And Kolchak is on the case. He's looking for a big case. He wants out of Vegas and go back to a bigger city. He wants to be a big deal once again. He's kind of been resigned to working in Vegas. So these murders start happening. He sees a way back into prominence and back to a city job instead of being stuck in Vegas. So he starts investigating. And there's one thorough line through all the murders. They're all women. They all work at casinos. They're all like cocktail waitresses, and they're all being killed late at night. And the MO is somebody is puncturing their neck and draining them of blood. And Kolchak starts putting pieces together. The cops do not want to hear it. He's like, what if it's a vampire or somebody, a mentally ill person who thinks they're a vampire? And they don't even want to entertain it. It's just a crazy guy doing some crazy shit. But as we see, it really is a vampire. And Kolchak was right the whole time. And all culminates in this last, Kolchak finds where his house is. And his informant at the FBI, he's a guy that works for the FBI, that's his friend, shows up. And he ends up killing this vampire by putting a stake through its heart. And the cops want to bury this story. They don't want to get it out that there was really a vampire in the loose in Las Vegas. So they kind of tell him that if he doesn't leave town, they're going to throw him in jail. And he ends up leaving town. We got a sequel the next year called The Night Strangler, which I'm going to review down the line. And that led into the TV series, which I'm actually just started watching last night. And that's the end of The Night Stalker. So what to like about this film? First and foremost, Darren McGavin is great in this role. He is fantastic. And anytime we've seen him over the years in movies, he's always been good. I mean, the man has passed away a little while ago, sadly, but he's fantastic here as a reporter. A world-weary reporter. And his back and forth with the police that are giving him shit about, you know, how can you say it's vampire? Have you lost your mind saying it's vampires? It's really well done. The vampire stuff, obviously we don't see gore or anything. So it's more through suggestion, lighting, camera movements. But the vampire stuff's handled pretty well. At the end, there's the traditional casket. Kolchak finds the casket in the house, and the vampire's keeping jars of blood in the refrigerator. So we're definitely within the realm of the typical rules of a vampire, and the guy only comes out at night, and he's super strong. We see him beating off the cops, getting shot point blank range, and just keeps running. So we know he's immortal, at least in some aspects, keeping with the vampire lore. It doesn't get gory or anything, but there's some cool stunt work. There's some cool fight scenes. There's some cool camera work here. There's a great shot at the beginning of the film where they're doing autopsy on the first victim, and the camera's through the body's POV, and you just see the corners leaning over. It's a really good shot, especially for a TV movie. typically it's a lot of just locked off shots, not a lot of movement, not a lot of creativity. But here, you know, these 70s ones that I've been watching, there's some cool lighting and there's some cool camera shots. It's not going to blow your mind, but considering the budget they were working with and the period of time they were making this film, there's some cool camera moves and camera shots in this film. So I got hats off to the director and for them to take the time. They shot this movie in 12 days. So they were moving fast here to get this all in the can. Any downsides? I guess because I'm seeing it now in 2024, some of it seems a bit dated, but it's really well done. And I really enjoyed watching it. I'm actually excited about watching The Night Strangler, which is the second movie that came out. This came out in 72, The Night Strangler came out in 73. And there was a third film planned, a third TV movie planned called The Night Killers. But ABC decided to shelve that and develop the series, which ran for one season. And the only reason it stopped running was because Darren McGavin wanted out. He didn't like filming a TV series, or he was tired. He was executive producing, although he didn't get credit as. So he wanted to get out of his contract. They let him out, and the show was done. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is a really well done TV movie. And also, one last tidbit: there's music from the 1970 House of Dark Shadows, because Dan Curtis, who did Dark Shadows, produced this film. Some of the music from House of Dark Shadows towards the end of this film. If you listen to it, you'll if you listen closely, you'll hear it towards the finale of the film. At the end of the day, this is a really well done TV movie about a vampire on the loose in Las Vegas and a reporter trying to tell the public the truth and the facts of what's going on. Even though he's getting shit from the cops, his boss, everybody's just giving him a hard time, but he's trying to tell everybody the truth, even though it might cost him his career. At the end of the day, I would give this one an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for The Night Stalker. Have you ever seen it or even heard of it? Leave a comment down below, let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back soon with some more videos, but until next time, bye.